Hi guys, welcome to another video from myself. It's Master System Monday, hashtag Master System Monday, whatever you want to call it. Some of you know me as Zanoni Revived from Twitter, some of you know me as Sinistro, some of you know me just as Andy, or 8-Bit Andy. It doesn't really matter how you know me. I thought I'd do this video here today to mark Master System Monday, and hopefully try and get into doing some videos on a semi-regular basis. It's not that there's a shortage of people doing videos at the moment. It seems to be everybody doing videos, but you know, at the end of the day, there's only so much Sega Master System stuff, so I thought we'd try and make my channel purely focused on Master System at the moment, because that is pretty much what I'm into at the moment. Pretty much have been for most of my life, to be honest with you, to a varying degree. But today I'm going to start off. I'm going to do a game that I absolutely loved as a kid. I think it got this when it first came out in 1989. I remember being obsessed with Ghostbusters at the time, and the Master System had very few kind of movie titles and things like that. You know, at the time Master System was seen as kind of like almost like a generic games console at the time. The box images were very undetailed, and you know, people thought it was awesome, but at the end of the day it did have a bit of an image problem, and I think it needed some movie licenses on it. The very first one that I ever played was Ghostbusters. Oh, I'm going in the wrong direction. Ghostbusters. So I got this when it first came out. Absolutely loved the game, to be honest with you. It was one of those games that's a bit more detailed than most. I think I seem to remember my parents paying something like $32.99 for this, and it was quite a lot at the time. And when we got it home, they were disappointed. They could only see the kind of overhead map view that you play through, and they thought it was, the graphics weren't very good compared to some of the other stuff that they'd seen, like in Shinobi and you know, even Choplifter and things like that. And they thought that they were expecting more from a movie license, but I wasn't disappointed at all, to be honest with you. I seen that this game had a bit of depth to about it as well. So when you play this game, you can actually have a kind of password save system. So you get to a certain point at the start where you put in the code, or you can start you with $10,000, I think it is, and then you can go and buy the equipment that you need to go ghostbusting and set up your own Ghostbusters business. That's pretty much how it starts, and you know, the game's kind of split into a few different sections. You've got a kind of overhead map view, you've got the kind of street view where you're kind of driving and trying to avoid cars and get to the scene of the you know, the call that you've just been called out to, and then you've also got like a kind of action scene where you trap the ghosts and things like that. On top of that, towards the end, you've got another couple of scenes as well. You've got a kind of a scene where you fight against the Marshmallow Man, or you don't really fight him, you have to get through the door behind him basically, but it's still nice. And then you almost have this kind of shooting side-scrolling platformer section where you go up into the kind of the tower and fight against, you know, the main bad guy, who is Gozer in this. So and that has its own section as well. So it's a very impressive game. If you die at any point after you get past the Marshmallow Man, you get a code, and you can then go back and you get some more money, and you can try it all over again, but by using the, you know, having better equipment and things like that. So £10,000 is, or $10,000 is the lowest amount that you're ever going to have, and it just works so well. There's quite a lot of playability there, and you know, you can play this game endlessly, really, to be honest with you. There's things to try out in it. I didn't know at the time that this was based upon a kind of a micro computer version, I guess. The other version I've seen is the Commodore 64 Ghostbusters, which is pretty much highly acclaimed, I think, to be honest with you. But this one doesn't get any attention, really, to be honest with you, as far as I've seen. it's very much the same, but as far as I can tell, Sega have actually reprogrammed this game themselves, and you know, they've made things look a bit better, in my opinion. It's a bit more colourful, there's a little bit more detail in there. But anyway, this is the game of choice for today then. Ghostbusters, the Sega Master System. If you don't have it, it's awesome. It's also fairly cheap. I think you can get a copy for about 15 quid. You know, if you look out on eBay at the auction's ending, probably a bit higher if you go for the buy it now. You should probably talk about £20. But you know, there's worse ways to spend your money. Put it that way. So I'm going to give it a go now. See if I can play and get a bit further in Ghostbusters. Now bear in mind that I haven't played this game for probably about probably seriously about 15-16 years, so I'm going to be a bit rusty, but we'll give it a go anyway and see how far we get. Okay, so here we go. This is the first time I've done this, so bear with me. And I've flipped over to the other view now, and here we go. I'm going to start up the sound for the game. Okay, it's the title screen here. It's brilliant, you know. What an experience this was when it first came out. You can actually see the words for the Ghostbusters song. I remember sitting in my living room with my parents kind of singing along to the Ghostbusters song with this. It's very nostalgic for me. I'm going to press the start button. Okay, right, so here we go. Start a new game. Put in my initials, AA, which is my initials by the way. Get $10,000 to buy equipment, use it wisely. And there is absolutely no way that I'm not going to buy the hearse. Okay, so I've only got $5,200 left. I have to be careful with the equipment that I buy, so I'm going to buy some of the cheaper stuff. PK energy detector. Can't really remember what it does. A marshmallow sensor. You also get a super one as well. I don't think you need these, but we'll find out. Ghost vacuum, you definitely need that to capture the ghosts that are in the street, as far as I remember. Ghost bait is helpful, I think. And ghost traps, definitely need some ghost traps. You don't want to be going back to HQ all the time. So I've got 1500 left. What else is there? Ghost paralysis system, super anion beam, turbocharger, super ghost vacuum, defensible. I think the rest of the stuff is very much optional. I'm going to take some more ghost traps because I really don't want to have to go back to the HQ. Okay, so we've got our first call straight away. So the only thing I can say is it's sometimes quite difficult to get up the streets. They're quite narrow. Has to be just right on the D-pad. Okay, past these cars. Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay, here we go again. Okay, around him. Ah, okay. So, I seem to remember the best way to do this is to go into the corner. That's it. Perfect. First call. So we can either wait for another call, or you go to these guys, you can kind of stop them, and eventually what will happen is that all these ghosts, you can see in the side here, will go into the centre to Zool, and when that happens they'll make the Marshmallow Man, and you'll have to go and try and get to Zool. You also want to avoid the Gatekeeper and the Keymaster over there. They'll take some money off you. Another call. Okay, let's use the ghost vacuum. Yeah, that worked. Okay, I think I'm going to do that every single time. I seem to remember that was a problem when you drive the really fast car. Okay, same trick again. more difficult that time. Let's get up to here. Okay, watch out for stop signs, Andrew. Watch out. Aha. Here we go. Oh. There was no ghost there. How come? It was false alarm. It's just trying to stop some of these ghosts just now while we're waiting. So you don't want to travel too much because it increases your distance, and then you'll have to travel further to when you get the next call. So we're just going to wait for some buildings to flash, get some calls. And you want to be watching the city's PK energy meter up the top here. Okay. I've done it again. I don't seem to remember this being such a problem before. Okay, so same trick again, down in the corner. And here we go. Come on, ghosts. Yeah, perfect again. This is the place we got called out before, and it was prank call. Okay, stay away from the roadwork signs. Oh. Okay. Another prank call. What is it with this place? Okay, but now there's a real call down here, hopefully. Okay, we're going this way. Get round him. Bad drivers in the city. Okay, come on. Come on. Mustn't cross streams, guys. Perfect. I'm hopeful we'll get some other kind of ghosts this time. No, more of the same guys. Okay. Perfect again. Almost too easy. Don't say that, Andrew. Don't say that. Okay, so you can see the city's PK meter is energy meter is building up here just now. So all these ghosts are making it to the centre. We have no empty traps. Oh, go back to Ghostbusters HQ. Bad timing. Okay, get around these guys. Got quite a distance to travel this time. It's a good job we got the ghost vacuum. Traps are empty. Do notice that there's no Winston in this game, by the way. There are 3 Ghostbusters. Okay, here we go. Done it again. Stop all these guys. Okay, got a call. Let's go. Gives me quite a bit of distance to travel of 21 kilometers, I think. Watch out for stop signs, Andrew. No. Oh. Okay. Too bad. Still haven't seen any other kind of ghost yet, unfortunately. Maybe down here. Not been here yet. Ah, really is drought of the kind of variety of ghosts, unfortunately. That is the only thing about this game I would say they didn't quite get right. Marshmallow alert, and I've lost the building now. Uh-oh, bummer. Let's see, if I'd have had the super marshmallow detector, I think I could have stopped that somehow. Just for memory. Don't know if that's actually true. Okay, come on. We've got red PK meter now. Come on, what's going on here, guys? Ah, no. Ah, if I'd have used my ghost bait, I could have stopped it. You press two buttons together to do ghost bait, I forgot about that. I think I'm out of ghost bait now. Ah, I stopped it this time. Ghost bait worked that time. Empty traps, okay. Ah, done it again. Stop that marshmallow man attack. Well, just gonna go around the keymaster. Back to the HQ. Empty these traps out. Okay. Beware of the stop signs. Okay. Done. Traps emptied. Okay, can't do anything now. That means that we're going to Zool just now. You can see the Keymaster and the Gatekeeper have gone to Zool. Presumably turn into dogs, and you know, here we go. Here's the Marshmallow Man. So there's a trick to this, I think. I think you have to get all three into the building. Done it. You have to get two in. So this is me in the building. And you've got some stairs to climb now. Oh. Here we go. You've got unlimited shots in this section. You just need to make it up to the top floor. Sometimes it's best just to wait until they come a bit closer. Oh, the plate throwing guys, I forgot about them. Ah, no. Death by plate. Okay, Ghostbuster number 2. I'm actually surprised I've got this far, to be honest with you, so... Come on, get him. Okay. Spawning quite fast just now. Seem to remember having more time than this. Ah, you can't just run past him, Andrew. Last try. Okay, here we go. Up the stairs. Run. I just need to get one Ghostbuster up the stairs to Gozer. Yeah, you can't run past them, Andrew. Just take them out. Some guys you can, maybe. Not those guys, though. Okay, let's go. Let's go a bit better. Oh, they've not seen that ghost before. Ah, that's the one that always kills you. Ah, there we go. That's it. It's game over. Good try. Okay. And there's the... Oh, man. Gutted. Truly gutted. This time now I've got 14,800 in my account and I can play the game again. As you can see, it doesn't take long. And, you know, maybe next time I'll get to Gozer and save the city. Go Ghostbusters. So that's pretty much it. That was Ghostbusters. I really enjoyed playing this game tonight. Going to give it another go, I think, and you know, hopefully this time. I think I did not too bad considering I've not played it in so long, to be honest with you. But what do you think? Is it a good game? Yep, definitely a good game. It's fun. It is very short though, isn't it? So I can understand maybe in hindsight now why my parents thought it wasn't particularly good value for money. But it was fun and it was very, very Ghostbusters, wasn't it? So, you know, it didn't fail on that front. The branding was there. I see some of the kind of humour was there as well. The Slimers, the plate throwing ghosts and things like that. So, pretty good game. Recommend it. If you've got a bit of a spare time. That's it. Thanks for watching tonight, and you know, I'll maybe let me know what you think of the video, and we'll see if we can maybe do a couple of more ones in the future. Thanks now.